Marcus was the most successful businessman in the city, but also the most miserable. His days were filled with endless meetings, his nights with restless anxiety. He consumed energy drinks like water, spent hours scrolling social media, and filled every silent moment with noise and distractions. Despite his wealth, Marcus felt empty inside. His relationships were shallow, his health was declining, and his mind was constantly racing. One evening, feeling particularly lost, he decided to drive to the mountains to clear his head. That's when he discovered Mirror Lake, a pristine body of water that would change his perspective forever. As Marcus sat mesmerized by the lake's perfect reflection, an old fisherman emerged from the morning mist. "Beautiful, isn't it?" the elder said softly. "I've been coming here for 40 years, and this lake has taught me everything about life." Marcus, intrigued, asked what he meant. The fisherman smiled and pointed to the water. "Watch carefully," he said, and threw a handful of pebbles into the center of the lake. Immediately, the perfect reflection shattered into countless ripples, the sky and mountains becoming unrecognizable in the chaos. "Your life is like this lake," the fisherman continued. "When you fill it with chaos, endless tasks, meaningless distractions, toxic thoughts, your life becomes turbulent. You can't see clearly. You can't reflect the beauty that surrounds you. You become disconnected from who you really are." The fisherman gestured for Marcus to wait. "But watch what happens when we let it rest," he said. Gradually, the ripples began to fade. The water slowly returned to stillness. Within minutes, the perfect reflection reappeared. The sky, clouds, and mountains crystal clear once again. "This is what happens when you remove chaos from your life," the fisherman explained. "When you stop throwing stones into your own waters, when you eliminate the noise, the endless distractions, the toxic influences, your life becomes clear again. You can see who you really are. You can reflect the beauty of the world around you." Marcus stared at the restored reflection, understanding flooding his mind. For years, he had been throwing stones into his own lake without realizing it. Marcus returned to the city with a completely new perspective. He began eliminating the stones from his life one by one. He reduced his social media consumption, declined unnecessary meetings, and created spaces of silence in his daily routine. Instead of filling every moment with noise, he began reading books that nourished his mind. Instead of eating quick junk food, he started preparing healthy meals. Instead of surrounding himself with people who drained his energy, he sought relationships that inspired and uplifted him. Most importantly, Marcus started contributing to something bigger than himself. He began mentoring young entrepreneurs, volunteering at local charities, and using his success to create positive change in his community. His life, once turbulent and unclear, began to reflect the clarity and purpose he had discovered at Mirror Lake. 6 months later, Marcus returned to Mirror Lake. The fisherman was there, as if he had been waiting. "You look different," the old man observed with a knowing smile. Marcus nodded, gazing at his reflection in the pristine water. For the first time in years, he liked what he saw. "The lake taught me that my life is a mirror," Marcus said. "It reflects exactly what I put into it. When I filled my days with chaos and meaninglessness, that's what I became. But when I chose purpose, peace, and service to others, my life became clear and beautiful." The fisherman nodded approvingly. "Now you understand the secret. Your life is your lake. Keep your waters still, and you'll always reflect the best of what surrounds you.